Bonjour, bonjour, chaté. J'espère que vous êtes prêts pour un nouveau jeu pour la chaîne. Nous allons être des oiseaux, des poggers.
Des poggers, poggers. Can we get some pogger in the chat, brother? Pogger. Pog champion.
Champion pog.
Champion pug. We're headed to the beautiful, beautiful hills of the city of France. The city of France. Shut up! The city of Paris. In a brand new game. We're gonna be birds. Gonna be some cool birds. And we're gonna solve some crime. We're gonna discover clues. We're gonna meet some interesting folks. And discover the rich lore of Paris. Shut up! Shut the fuck up! You hear my phone dinging? Silence! Do not disturb. Alright. So I'm excited. Aviary Attorney is the game we're playing today. This is a game that I backed on Kickstarter. We're doing a lot of those recently. This is a game I played for a little bit. Couple of hours, and I played it with my brother, and we'd make decisions together. But I haven't played it in years. Actually years. I think, when did I first play it? Oh god. When it first came out, really. And yeah, I could just never get together with my brother to play it from then on, so we're doing it. You guys are my brother now. So let's do it. Let's play some bird. Now let's kill the French. Music, that is. Oh, 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 oh. Hon, 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 hon. Am I right, French people? Oh, I can see the little JPEGs moving. See the corners? Ah, it's loud! Aviary Attorney. It's time to become birds. Let's turn, Let's do one of those. Turn things down a little bit. And time for a brand new game, brother! Ah, Paris. The city of love. January 1st, 1848. The Chateau Crenellerie of Baron Rougiel. I am gonna struggle so fucking bad with these. No, Pepe! The Monsieur Grenouille? Oh mon Dieu! Dame Catalan, what have you done? She fucking killed him, dude. Act 1, a cat with claws. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Look at him bopping. He's so cute. Sparrowson. It's midday already. Where on earth is that featherhead? Well, well, well. Look who finally decided to get up. Haven't you heard what they say about the early bird falcon? Ugh. Too early for worms. Past the Cabinet Sauvignon. Salvignon. Cabinet Sauvignon. I'm gonna say that. I know how to say it. I'm just doing a fucking bit. Too early for worms. Past the Cabernet Sauvignon. There'll be time for that later. We've got business to handle first. Business? A letter arrived while you were sleeping. I haven't opened it yet. It's probably just more junk mail. Go ahead, Spatterson. You may have the honors. All right. Dear Monsieur Falcon, I'm writing to you today because my daughter, Dame Catalan, has been arrested for a crime she did not commit. She's being held at La Concierge prison on the charge of murder, no less. Her trial is in 3 days' time. I would be greatly in your debt if you would offer her your legal aid. I regret doing this voice for Sparrowson already. Yours sincerely, Senor Pertois Demio of the Demio estate. Well, this is quite something. I know, your first serious client in months. Not just that, the Demio estate is well known for its exuberant wealth. Even if we cannot do much for Dame Catalan, his lordship would still reward us handsomely for our efforts. Wow, so I suppose you intend on defending Dame Catalan in court? Yeah. Of course, it would be foolish to let such a good opportunity slip through our feathers. Grab your coach, Sparrowson. We're going off to find our kitty client at La Concierge. Excellent. My derriere was getting all tired from all this sitting around. Oh, but I better file away Senor Demio's letter first. Is that Senor? Signor Demio's letter first. One moment, Falcon. Pertois' letter has been added to your evidence folder. Signor Pertois Demio has requested legal aid for his daughter, Catalan. She's being held at the conciergerie. This is where I expose how bad I am at reading. You may access the evidence folder at any time by clicking the suitcase symbol. Ah, nearly forgot my wallet. Wouldn't want to lose that. Again? I recall you losing it at the New Year's party and at Christmas. Yes, alright, no need to make a list. I've changed his voice 5 times. Don't worry, chat, this first little bit is going to be me finding my the feel of the characters, dude. So calm. Falcon has picked up his wallet. You may see how much money he is carrying at any time by clicking on the wallet symbol. Let's make a move. Ooh. January the 3rd, Monday. Welcome to the map screen. From here, you can travel to any listed area by clicking on a location name or location node. Areas marked with a clock symbol take a whole day to visit. Areas with no symbol can be visited freely. La Concierge and the Aviary Attorney Offices. The sign on the door reads, the Aviary Attorney Offices. No case is too big or too small. No junk mail. La Concierge. For centuries, the infamous conciergerie prison has detained the accused and the condemned alike. Look at this art, it's so nice. Falcon and Sparrowson step into the stone-cold foyer of the conciergerie prison. Sullen-faced guards and visitors linger beneath the medieval archways. And the concierge, they say that this is the finest prison in the whole of France. The outer walls are impenetrable, the cells are spotless, the guards are well-mannered. What do you want? Good day, monsieur. I'm here to see Dame Catalan Demio. I'm due to represent her in court. Quark. Oh, you're a lawyer, huh? Fine, follow me. Well, what are you waiting for? Keep up. God damn it. My papa hasn't forgotten about me, has he? This is gonna be so embarrassing, dude. I got new neighbors. And here I am every night just doing stupid fucking voices, like really loud. Oh, and I leave my window open all the time too, and they're moving stuff into the garage, which is like, it's like right there. They're gonna hear me going like, oh, all right then, Mr. fucking Sparrowson, let me tell you about that one then, eh? They're gonna think I'm nuts. Dame Catalan Demio, I presume? You've arrived! The fantastic lawyer, Monsieur Falcon, and his petite assistant, Sparrowson. Milady is knowledgeable. Why is everyone a goblin? Every fucking voice I do is just a little goblin. Goblin archers, ready! Don't talk like that, Sparrowson. Sorry. My papa told me he would only hire the best lawyers in town. I'm flattered. But they weren't available at such short notice, so he hired the first people in the address directory. Oh. You see, Falcon? I can't remember Sparrowson's voice. What do we do for Sparrowson? You see, Sparrowson, I told you listing under Aviary attorney would pay off. Let's get down to business. Dame Catalan, could you fill us in on some details? Your father's letter was a bit brief. I can do my best. What is it you wanted to know? What happened on the night of the murder? What exactly happened on the night of the murder? Oh, let me think. It was a Friday evening. Me and me papa had arrived at Chateau Christery, or what fucking ever, the home of the great Baron Roger Real. My papa spent all evening talking with Monsieur Grenouille and the Baron about business stuff. Business stuff? Well, the three of them own a railway company together. So all through dinner, they were talking about company shares and investments. But I didn't really understand most of it. They're in stonks. But after dinner, this man with a camera took our photograph. That was a lot more fun. Sorry, a man with a what took your what? Bing! Camera! It's a very new gadget. A tiny bug sits in a box with a tiny paintbrush and paints your picture very fast. In 10 minutes, both, you have a perfect picture. Wow, technology is amazing. Oh, God, I can't remember what voice I do every time. Oh, I've got to do something about that. Wow, technology is amazing. Yeah, wow. Well, this is my kind of like. He's like kind of old. He's maybe like 29. He's like 30 something, and he's a quite pip and prop and bother young gentleman, Sparrowson. Yes. And Lord Falcon is a lot more of a sophisticated gentleman. He likes to mull over his words and read the room. Yeah, that's Falcon. And I'm a bright pop and pip and bother brother. I don't think the lady's explanation is right, Sparrowson. Let me believe. Is that it? I can't remember. God damn it. Still, the camera sounds like a very special device. I'll make a note of it. Camera has been added to your evidence folder. Please continue, Dame Catalan. So after we had the photograph, I went into the gardens to get some air, and that's when I found the body of Monsieur Grenouille. It was all ripped open. A housemaid saw me standing over the froggy Monsieur and called for help, and the police arrived. Before I could say anything, I ended up here. It was such a blur. Must have been terrifying. It wasn't so bad. My papa taught me how to be a brave cat. Was there something else you wanted to ask, Monsieur Falcon? Dame Catalan, who attended the banquet that evening? Well, there was me and my papa. My dearest man couldn't make it. And there was Baron Rogeroon, who hosted the dinner, and his housemate, Coyline, I think she was called. Of course, there was Monsieur Grenouille, well, until, he died. And there was Monsieur Rapito de Rapino, the man with the camera, but he was only there for a short while. I think that was all. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? Dame Catalan, did you see anything suspicious that evening? Suspicious, eh? Sus, would you say? Would sus be the word that you would use to describe this occurrence? Like maybe a guy lurking in the shadows, or a bloodied murder weapon? Monsieur Falcon, I do believe you're looking for an easy answer. You got me. I did not say anything, I'm afraid. The evening was very normal, the food was delicious, the conversation was boring. It was all very ordinary until the incident. I see. Wait, Falcon, you missed something of huge importance. I did? Dame Catalan, you said the food was delicious. But you did not say what the food was! You and your damn stomach. Let me see. We had poached red herring to start, garnished with garlic butter. Red herring, you say? Go on. And then a marbled steak served perfect bloody rare. Okay, straight up, rare. Rare is the best. Don't give me this medium rare garbage. Because every time I don't eat out much. in terms of going to restaurants and stuff. Don't clip that. But yeah, and every time I've ordered a steak, I was like, I want this to be medium rare. It comes in and it's medium. And then I order a rare steak, and it comes in medium rare. So I always try and order like one down, but I do really actually like, you know how in between compass points you've got like north, and then you got east, and in between that you got northeast. But in between that you got northeast and northeast-east. Right? Northeast-east. I'm positive that's a thing. I want, like, rare, medium. Oh, no, sorry. Rare, medium, medium, rare. In the way of, like, it's in between rare and medium rare. I want that. That's my preferred steak. Anyway, I digress. Glorious, Falcon, write this down! What? This can't possibly be relevant to the case. Write it all down, please, for me. Fine. Red herring has been added to your evidence folder. Bloody rare steak has been added to your evidence folder. Sparrowson, remind me not to let you talk to clients on an empty stomach. Come to think of it, I did find it a little strange that we weren't given any cutlery. No cutlery? Even for the steak? No. You would think that great Baron Chateau Criterie would have gorgeous silverware, but there was none to be seen. That is a little peculiar. Was there anything else you wanted to know, Monsieur Falcon? No, I think that will be all. In order to do the Falcon voice, one must jut out their lower jaw and sort of tighten up your top lip and speak whilst stroking your chin and mulling and swirling a cup of wine in the other hand. And oftentimes one should take a moment and open their mouth a little wider than normal in order to say vowels. I think we're doing a different character now. This shall be a different character. We shall save this one for later. And now I must remember how I do, Monsieur Falcon. So what's the plan now, Falcon? No, that's not it. So what's the plan now, Falcon? That's it. That's different. They're very subtle. They're very different. The way I see it, we have two tasks. Yes, he's more of a Lord Flashheart type. We should head to the Chateau Cinerie and try to search the scene of the murder for ourselves. And we should try to track down the supposed photographer, Monsieur Roberto de Robino. 2 days for 2 tasks. Seems doable. But we should head back and get some rest first. We have a lot of work ahead of us. Wait, Monsieur Falcon, before you go. You do believe my story, don't you? Dame Cataline, I believe that fair trial can draw the truth from any situation. I believe in justice. That's good to hear. You're not wrong, Falcon. That's not what the lady needed to hear. You might want to work on being less of a, how to put it, fil de pou. I don't know what the fuck that means. If serving justice makes me a fil de pute, then I'll wear that title proudly. I feel like we've done like 91 different characters in the past 85 seconds. Dame Cataline, Monsieur Grenouille, Baron Rougiel, the names are getting a bit confusing, aren't they? Not particularly. Well, it is for me. I'm going to start compiling a Facebook so that I can keep track of who everyone is. A what? A Facebook. It's a collection of people's names, pictures and descriptions of in one easy-to-carry catalogue. I've become a bit more cockney, am I? No, Sparrowson's an educated type. He's a little bit more upbeat, yes. I think I understand. The name could use a little work, though. Sparrowson has started compiling a Facebook. JJ Falcon, the Aviary attorney himself. Okay, let's get these characters down pat. JJ Falcon, the Aviary attorney himself. Sparrowson, Falcon's suave and courageous lackey. What a handsome fellow. Pertois, Demio, the wealthy father of Dame Catelyn, Pertois hired us to defend Dame Catelyn in court.
Quark, an ill-mannered jailkeeper, seems to feel disgust for criminals and for animals in general. Catelyn Demio, the elegant bourgeoisie, or bourgeois daughter of the signaler Pertois Demio, she's been accused of murdering Monsieur Grenouille.
And then Grenouille's fucking dead. The froggy businessman who was found murdered at Chateau Cinerie, or whatever the fuck. A colleague of Pertois and Rogueuil. Christ almighty. This is cursed. You can access a list of people you've met at any time by clicking the book symbol. Let's make a move. Game saves automatically at the start of each new day. But you can also make a quick save at any time by selecting save and quit. Alright. Alright, 2 days for 2 tasks. Let's go to Studio de Rabino. So this is the studio of the famous photographer. Shall we knock?
Wait, there's a note on the... there's a note on the door. The magnificent and marvelous artist, Monsieur Robito de Rubino, is currently out on an artistic expedition. He shall return when his muse sees fit.
When his muse sees fit? What does that even mean?
I think it means he's pretentious bird brain, but in any case, the artist seems to be out. What shall we do now?
We should knock anyway.
Alright, I don't see the harm. Nope, doesn't look like he's in, Falcon.
We don't have a... we're not fucking playing it that hard and fast right now. There's nothing else to do. Let's make a move.
Oh, it's the feeling of a wasted trip. Is there really nothing else we can do?
We must respect the note. We can't just ignore a note, Spatterson.
If you say so.
We'll just have to come back later, if there's still time. I'm working out the audio levels. It's tricky to go from a kind of deeper voice like Falcon
to a high-pitched voice like Spatterson.
It's a little bit tricky. Try it. Yeah, try like, what's the closest thing to you right now with words on it? Pick it up. Pick up the nearest thing that is next to you. And then read it out loud. And then each sentence, do a high-pitched voice in an accent and a low-pitched voice in an accent. It's tricky. You gotta believe me, dude.
Right.
Alright. A new day. Chateau. Okay, we're gonna... Bringing up the old Google Translate, dude. Chateau Aviary.
Château Crinière.
Crinière. Chateau Crinière. You gotta get the phlegm in there.
Chateau Siren.
Falcon and Sparrowson entered the courtyard outside Chateau Crinière. People with dirty clothes and gaunt faces linger around the building shadows. Excusez-moi, monsieur. I don't mean to be a pain, but my little girl and I are sick and starving. See? You know that clip? Hang on. I love that, like, it's so fucking good. It's when, like, in SpongeBob, when Patrick coughs, the dude, like the voice actor, he puts in so much effort into it. It's so good, dude. It's amazing. Like he coughed up a lung. Do you reckon he came into work the next day? Like, I reckon he got real fucked up from that. I don't suppose you happen to have some spare change, do we? We got 20 francs. You have 20 francs in your wallet. What will you do? Give them 1 franc. Here you go. Stay safe, madame. Many thanks to ya, messieurs. That was pretty generous of you, Falcon. Times are tough. Making sure a mother and child have something to eat is the least I can do. But what am I doing standing here moralizing? Come on, Spatterson. We've got business to attend to. Falcon and Sparrowson step into the pristine wood-paneled foyer of Chateau Cinnery. Chinnery. Chateau Canary. Whoa, look at this place. Barish and Rougiel must be loaded. More than loaded. When it comes to lucrative investments, the Baron is a legend. Factories, chocolate shops, hotels, railroads. The Baron owns a little bit of everything this side of the Seine. Okay. If it isn't obvious, I know incredibly little about France, and my will to learn is even smaller. Don't tell me anything about the French. I don't need to know. I know everything I need to know already. I've seen them.
Is he here right now?
Yes, he's the smug-looking chap with the impressive mane. But we must approach a man of his stature with tact and finesse.
Hi, Baron, we'd like a word. How's that?
Spatterson, you have the finesse of an inebriated warthog.
You can thank me later. I think I got his attention.
Did I hear my name? Great Baron Rougiel, property owner extraordinaire at your service. And who might you fellows be? More investigators? We're actually attorneys. Not quite. I'm private attorney J.J. Falcon, and this is my associate, Spatterson. Lawyers, eh? You know you weren't the first to have passed through here today. Oh. Yes, this jumpy, twitchy fellow came by this morning. Asked a bunch of questions, then hopped away before you'd heard the answers. Most curious. Do you know who he was, Spatterson?
Perhaps I have a hunch. We'll be seeing him at the trial.
A friend of yours?
Something like that.
So what may I do for you, messieurs?
We're doing some research on Monsieur Genway, the frog who was killed here on Friday evening.
Of course. Such a tragedy. He was a good friend and loyal business partner. I suppose you messieurs will be wanting to see the crime scene for yourself.
Actually, yes, that would be fantastic.
Well, be my guest. You'll find the garden where the murder occurred through the back doors. You might also be interested in the lounge room on the second floor, third door to the right. That would be where we gathered for a group photograph prior to the, unfortunate incident. Yes, sir.
He like mumbles. Oh, can we see the finished photograph?
I'm afraid not. It's my understanding that the photograph must be developed before it can be viewed. It's a slow process. My own copy of the photograph is to be delivered in 3 days' time.
That's no good to us. The trial may be over by then.
Nonetheless, we appreciate your hospitality. Thank you, Baron.
It's no trouble at all. I'll be here to see you out when you're done with your investigations.
So where shall we go first?
Select a room to investigate. Murder area, dude. Dame Cataline said she found Monsieur Genway on the stairs by the fountain. So this must be the very spot where the murder took place.
Hey, Falcon, do the crime scene investigation thing.
The crime scene investigation thing?
Yeah, you know that thing where you get all eagle-eyed and analyze every object in excruciating detail?
You mean search for evidence?
Yeah, do that.
It's not a bad suggestion. Wouldn't be the first time the Parisian police have missed something right under their noses. In investigation mode, you're free to examine the scenery of the room. Click on an item of interest and a falcon will examine it in closer detail. When you have enough, or when you find nothing else to examine, click on the X in the top right corner. Select an area to examine. Alright, fountain. This fountain is finely crafted, solid carved marble. Can't have been cheap. I see nothing but water at the bottom of the lower basin. It's a shame we can't see the upper basin from here. That would be a perfect place to quickly stash a murder weapon. That's actually not a terrible line of reasoning. We ought to wade in to take a closer look just to be sure. Yeah, I suppose we should. Oh, I apologize. I wasn't being direct enough. What I meant to say was, Spatterson, go wade into the fountain and get a closer look inside the upper basin.
Me? No way. If you wanted to go wading, do it yourself.
I'm a respectable lawyer. You can't expect me to roll up my trousers and paddle around a fountain like a duck in a lake.
Yeah, well, you don't pay me enough to justify getting my sweet threads wet. Look, there's only one reasonable way to settle this. We'll flip for it.
Flip for it?
Yep, I'll flip this one frankie coin to call the outcome. Get it wrong and you'll go for a swim. So what'll it be, heads or tails? Napoleon face or plant squiggles?
Tails. Give me those plants, bro. Plant squiggles. It's called wreath, Spatterson. Sure, I'll bet on plant squiggles.
Here I go. It's heads. Should have gone with the old Emperor Falcon.
Ah. Fine, hold my shoes. You've got bird shoes.
Falcon really should learn how to spot a rigged coin flip.
She's a cheeky fuck.
I almost feel bad for cheating. Almost. Ah, you're back.
Had a good swim. Look at his hat. He's all floppy. No, I'm a bird, not a fish. I did find a mystery item in the upper basin. It's no murder weapon, though.
What's this? It's brown and sticky and smells weird.
Don't tell me you picked up a very wet cigar butt, possibly belonging to the Baron Rougiel, correct? But that shouldn't be too surprising. It's his house, after all.
I'll stash it in the evidence folder, just in case.
Cigar butt has been added to your evidence folder.
Is there anything else we need to do here?
What else we got? A couple of statues. Baron Rougiel certainly likes his horse statues.
I don't mind the horse statues, but the little cherub people creep me out.
You're fucking... I hate cherubs, dude. Cherubs are gross. Ugh, yuck. They got gross old man faces.
Babies should be waddling, not attempting saddleless horseback riding.
A horse statue. This one has a goofy face.
That reminds me of a joke. A horse walks into a bar and the barkeep says...
Why the long face? Yes, we've all heard that one.
What? No, the barkeep says, you've got to stop coming here. You're drinking us under the stable.
I think it's time to rein in the horse jokes. Another beautifully made horse statue.
You know, my uncle once had a horse that refused to eat hay.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yep, eventually we realized it was just filling up on a horse hors d'oeuvres.
Or horse d'oeuvres. Horse divorce, bro. Okay, so, oh god. Was it Artemis Fowl? I remember, it was some other book. It was some, like, spy book for kids. When I was little, I was reading this book, and they had hors d'oeuvres. They were eating hors d'oeuvres in it, but of course it was spelt, you know, the way that it's spelt, and I'd never, like, heard that word before, or never seen that word written before. So, I have always read that word as horse divorce. No, horse divorce. Yeah. Horse divorce. You want some horse divorce? Ugh. Terrible. Another pun coming up for you. A finely crafted horse statue. The mane almost looks lifelike.
Would you say it behooves you to stroke it?
No, I did not. I keep forgetting Sparrowson's voice. Alright, let's do a little pixel hunt real quick. Ooh! Dried blood on the staircase. This must be where Monsieur Grenouille died.
Do you see any bloody footprints? Or maybe a name scrawled in blood written with the frog's last breath?
Wishful thinking. All I'm seeing here is a big sticky puddle. There's nothing to indicate that the body was moved or that the frog left a last-minute clue. All I can make out from the bloody mess is that Monsieur Grenry was attacked and killed on the staircase. Let's have a nice close look at this beautiful... Oh, hang on, was that something? It's nice, beautiful, like, hand-drawn art. I think that's the lot, right? Yep. Fantastic. I think we're done here.
Good call, but you sure you don't want to take another dip? We still have time.
Don't push your luck. So to the lounge. Oh god, I think I know what voice I'm going to do for this lady. Speak dwarf. Second floor, third door on the right. This must be the room where the photograph was taken.
Psst. Hey, Falcon, do you see that?
See what?
That housemaid totally did something shifty.
Shifty?
I think she just pocketed something from that drawer. You should totally call her out on it.
Excuse me, mademoiselle. Oh. God damn it, for fuck's sake. Oh. Yes, are you two, please? Are you two? Oh no, not another fucking haughty, oi, 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 Monty Python voice.
Are you two policemen?
No, we're private attorneys. My name's J.J. Falcon.
And I'm Sparrison.
Oh, how rude of me. My name is Quelline de Haunt. Oh, God, no, I can't keep doing these voices, dude.
So, what can I help you, messieurs, with today?
We're investigating the murder that took place last week. Do you mind if we ask you a couple of questions?
That's fine. Let me grab a chair. That's better. What was it you wanted to ask?
We're looking for the room where the photograph was taken prior to the incident. Would you happen to know whether this is the right room?
Oh, yes, you're in the right place. I saw the photography session for myself. Let's see, the cameraman was standing just about where you're standing, actually, Monsieur Falcon.
And where was the camera pointed?
Right at the clock above the mantelpiece. The Baron insisted on using that very location.
Now that I'm looking at it, something isn't right about that clock.
I know. The painting on it totally clashes with the decor.
I was thinking more along obvious lines. The clock has no hands.
Oh, that clock never had hands in all the years I've worked here. I think Baron Rougiel keeps it around as a conversation piece.
Well, we're conversing about it, so I guess it's working. It's a peculiar detail, though. I'll make note of it. Missing clock hands have been added to your evidence folder.
Is there something else you wanted to ask?
You were a little nervous when we came in. You thought we were police officers.
Is there something we ought to know? Anything you need to confess? No, I suppose I'm just a little nervous after all the drama of last week.
Are you sure there isn't anything you're hiding?
It's okay to tell us. We're defense attorneys. That means we help people get away with criminal acts.
Right, and... Wait, what? No, that's not an accurate job description, Sparrison.
It isn't, oh, what do we do then?
I'll tell you later.
Honestly, messieurs, I have nothing to hide. Was there something else you wanted to ask?
That's it. No further questions, thank you, mademoiselle. You've been a huge help. And good God, that fucking accent.
It's no problem, messieurs. Actually, there is something. I know you two saw me stealing as you came in. I appreciate that you could give me the third degree about it. You see, I'm trying to save up to follow my dreams, and never mind, I'm rambling.
It's no problem, mademoiselle. To be honest, we have much larger crime to worry about. Although I should probably ask, I don't suppose you've been stealing anything else? Silverware, perhaps?
You know about that. Yes, I suppose that was me. It started with a couple of teaspoons, but I didn't think the Baron would miss those. but, well, yeah, I suppose the apple got a bit away from me. That's one mystery solved, at least.
Missing silverware has been added to your evidence folder.
I would appreciate it if you didn't tell the Baron. He's been really kind, and I would hate to break his trust.
I see.
So where to next, Big Bird?
Any secrets? No.
Do you messieurs have a good look around? I trust everything's in order.
We had a good look, thank you, Baron, but we actually have some questions for you.
Please ask away, I have nothing to hide.
We met your housemaid, Colleen Drops.
She's a courteous young lady, isn't she?
Yeah, I guess she was helpful. Yes, she was more than willing to help us with our investigation.
I'm glad to hear it. Do you two want to ask something else?
Baron Ruggiero would like to ask you about your activities on the night of the murder.
Oh, am I in trouble?
No, nothing like that. We're just gathering the full picture.
I see. Well, let me think. The guests arrived at 5 o'clock and we all sat down for dinner in this very hall at 6. That part went magnificently. The photographer arrived at 7 o'clock, but it wasn't until 7:30 that we had our picture taken. My housemaid discovered the crime scene soon after that. I see. Is there something else I can help you, messieurs, with?
I think that'll be all, Baron. Thank you very much for your time.
It was a pleasure. Have a delightful day, messieurs.
Did you get all the information you needed, Falcon?
I hope so.
Don't worry. If everything goes wrong in the trial, we could always just wing it. Oh.
Terrible. Just terrible. Let's head back to the office and get some rest.
A new day. A new day dawns on the fucking Bird Boys. Falcon, it's the trial day. Stop messing around. We need to head to the courthouse already.
I was just...
No, we're going to be late.
Palais de Justice.
Falcon and Sparrowson stand inside the marble portico of the Palais de Justice, awaiting the opening of the Tribunal de Grande Instance.
I love this American guy. He's the best.
Are you nervous, Falcon?
Nah. Nope, we've got this case in the bag. Look at my feathers, see? Totally unruffled.
Wow. Well, at least that's one of us feeling confident. I keep going real cockney, but as soon as I get an R to roll, I become the proper Sparrowson.
Oh, God, no.
Monsieur Falcon, Petite Sparrowson. Is there anything you need me to do?
No, we've got a handle on things.
Falcon was just telling me how confident he was feeling about the case. That's wonderful. I know you two will pull through. Let's move it along, fellas. Quark is a goblin too. Everyone's a fucking goblin round here. I'll be watching from inside. You do your best for me, Monsieur Falcon. We will.
The fuck was that?
Are we ready?
Yes, we're ready. Look at this fucking bird. I am a heron. I have a long neck and a bill for picking fish up out of the water. If you do not post this video 10 times on twitch.tv, I will come into your kitchen tonight and make a mess of your pots and pans. Alright, Judge Maxime. How are we doing, Judge Maxime? What does the stork sound like? They got that long beak. Got that big ass beak. They're a judge. What about, like... God, my repertoire of voices is running out. I've done Goblin, Deep Goblin, and, like, High Goblin. What do we do?
Alright, settle down, everyone, settle down.
Isn't this a girl? Judge Maxime? Who gives a shit?
Alright, settle down, everyone, settle down. Is everybody here?
JJ Falcon present. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Rupert Rabington present. That is the prosecution, Your Honor.
Oh, darn, that's not it. Oh gosh, where are my notes?
Ha! I knew it.
Knew what?
Rupert and I went to Paris Law School together. He was in all my classes.
Oh, was he smart?
No, he was always scored the second worst marks in the class. I can only assume that he bumbled through the final examinations on the luck of his 2 rabbit's feet. Unless he's improved considerably, he might already have this trial in the bag.
That's good to know, but say, Sparrison, if Rupert scored the second lowest marks in the class, then who scored the lowest?
I choose not to exercise my right to not self-incriminate. Here it is. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Are the jury all present?
All present and accounted for, Your Honor. Hey, Falcon. I thought there were only 6 members of the jury for cases like this. Why do I count 8?
Oh, those 2 birds with the funny hats are assessors, the associate judges.
Everything seems to be in order, so let us begin. The court is now in session for the trial of the Dame Cattle and Demio. Prosecution, please call your first witness to the stand.
Oh gosh, are we there already? Okay, I choose to call the officer in charge of the murder investigation, Inspector Valtry, to the witness stand.
Inspector Valtry, please approach the stand and recite the oath.
Oh god, look at this cool ass dude. As you will, he's like that chicken from Futurama. I may be a humble space chicken, but I sure do know that. As you will, Your Honor, I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Monsieur, Inspector, please state your name and occupation for the record.
My name is Inspector
I can't remember his fucking voice.
I may be a humble rabbit. My name is Inspector Justin Valtry. I'm a servant to the law, a scourge of the gutter rats that plague this city.
He's becoming a radical preacher now. Yes, that's Valtry.
I have enforced the law for over 20 years, and I shall continue until I bring the infamous Viridian Killer to justice. My path begins 18 years ago. Let's stick to the questions, Inspector.
Alright, oh god, this music's loud. Alright, that's better. Alright, let's ask him about the victim. Oh, we've added him to the Facebook.
Justin Valtry, a grumpy war veteran turned police inspector. This guy is as strict and as law-abiding as they come.
My wallet real quick. Alright, the letter, the clock, the cigar, the camera, the red herring, the steak, and the cutlery.
Of course, Your Honor.
Oh, great, I was hoping we'd have one of those bumbling cuddly officers. Instead, we're stuck with a lawful goody two-shoes. I bet this guy would turn his into his own mother if he saw her littering. So, Inspector, is it true that you led the lead investigator on this case?
That is correct. I was also first to arrive at the scene of the crime.
Then perhaps you can walk us through what you witnessed upon your arrival.
Absolutely. Just after 7:30, we were alerted and brought to the scene by the housemaid of Baron Rougiel. At the scene of the crime, we found Dame Cataline Demio. She was standing over the corpse of Monsieur Grenouille with his blood on her paws.
Well, that sounds like an open and cut chase, in my humble opinion. No more questions, Your Honor.
Bloody paws. No one told me that detail.
Keep it together, Falcon. You're about to be given the opportunity to cross-examine the witness. That's your opportunity to find flaws in the inspector's testimony.
Of course, I knew this.
You may begin your cross-examination, Monsieur Falcon.
Alright, volume. I don't know, the music just got super fucking loud for some reason. Cross-examine the witness. Select a key phrase that you find suspicious, and Falcon will press the witness for information. Ask the right questions to bring the truth to light. Avoid pressing for pointless details. The judge and jury don't like having their time wasted. Select a statement to question. Loaded and brought to the scene of the crime by the housemaid of Baron Rugiel. At the scene of the crime, we found Dame Catalan. She was standing over the sliced open corpse of Monsieur Grinby with blood on her paws. No one told us about that. Inspector, you say that Dame Catalan had blood on her paws.
Correct. Blood clung to her fur like guilt on a convict.
How much blood was there? How much blood was there on the lady's paws, Inspector?
Enough for it to be clear that she had dirtied her hands on the victim's body. We noticed blood under the suspect's nails, around her fingertips, and even a little around her mouth. Her mouth? How vile.
The inspector's answer... The inspector's answers seem pretty definitive. Another question? About the blood on the paws. Yeah. Whose blood was it? Whose blood was it?
Ha! What a question! It was Monsieur Grenouille's, of course.
How can you be so sure?
I object. This line of questioning is absurd. There was only modern word of victim that night, Falcon. The blood on Dame Catalan's paws could only belong to one person, Monsieur Grenouille. Judge, Falcon's trying to delay the trial by asking pointless questions. I'm afraid the prosecution may have a point, Monsieur Falcon. You have any reason to suspect that the blood belonged to someone other than Monsieur Grenouille?
Do we? No. I do not, Your Honor.
Wait! Falcon, you're onto something.
I am?
Yes, I can sense it. Look through your evidence. Maybe there's something there that can give you a clue.
I'm not sure where this is going, but I'll try anyway.
Alright, let's try this again. Monsieur Falcon, do you have a reason to suspect that the blood on Dame Catalan's paws did not belong to Monsieur Grenouille?
No, that's Facebook. Oh, the blood of the paw, the blood of the meat. I do, Your Honor. Actually, I have more than suspicion. I have evidence that the blood on Dame Catalan's paws had nothing to do with the murder.
This is foolish time wasting, Falcon. If the blood on Dame Catalan's paws did not come from the victim, then where did the blood come from?
Burrati steak. On the evening of the murder, Dame Catalan
ate a Burrati rare steak. Is this true, Monsieur Rabington? In a manner of speaking, I suppose steak may have been on the
fuck. I'm having an actual stutter. On the menu. Then, Inspector, would you acknowledge the possibility that the blood on the lady's paws did not belong to the victim, but to the steak?
Well... wait, don't answer that, Inspector. It is a possibility. No!
Gained a little favor with the jury. I like this guy. Look at him. Look at this, bruh. Look at this dude. He's got his own head on this fucking staff. Imagine that. This guy's pretty cool too. So, Inspector Valtteri, is it possible that you arrested an innocent bystander simply for being a messy eater?
Now, hold on just 1 minute, Falcon. You're overlooking something quite crucial. Dame Catalan is an elegant bourgeoisie kitten. She was no doubt brought up with flawless etiquette and perfect table manners. At the banquet, she would have eaten a steak with a fork in her left hand and a knife in her right, like any proper civilized animal. How could she have possibly gotten blood on her paws with such good manners?
Oh, that is a good question, or at least it would be at any ordinary dinner banquet. But as it happens, something was missing from that particular banquet. Something had forced Dame Catalan to eat with her paws.
The cutlery.
Dame Catalan was forced to eat steak with her paws because
The silverware at the household had previously been stolen.
It's stolen. I don't recall any mention of that in the police report.
We weren't aware of anything missing from the... Oh, wait a minute, this is the wrong fucking guy. We weren't aware of any missing anything missing from the Rougiel residence when we performed the initial investigation. But as it happened, Baron Rougiel approached us about this very subject last night. Haha, ooh, hey, whoa. What is the meaning of all this? Bloody steak, misplaced silverware. Inspector, was your investigation so lax that you overlooked these basic facts in your initial report? Lax? My investigation? Judge, I assure you, I am the most thorough investigative officer on the force. That is amazing that the... Oh, wait a minute, yeah, a bit deeper, that's better. That is amazing that the Parisian police managed to solve any crimes at all. Heh. Oh dear. Be on your way, Inspector. Perhaps do a little inspecting for your next case. God fucking damn it. Fine, so be it, messieurs, until next time. Bird out. Prosecutor, I trust your next witness is ready. Yes, of course, Your Honor. I call upon, let's see, Monsieur Pepito Bambino, the photographer who attended the banquet on the night of the murder. Monsieur Roberto Rubino, please approach the stand and recite the oath. How does it go? I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. The little cliché, to be perfectly honest. Could the witness please introduce himself for the Jesus Christ! Could the witness please introduce himself for the court record? If anybody in this courtroom does not immediately recognize me, I am the great Monsieur Rapido Rapino, a cutting-edge photographer and visionary. Okay. I don't just take people's pictures, I capture their very essence. Je suis l'artiste. To interpiper, I don't fucking know what I'm saying, but I will try nonetheless. You may have seen my works in hip magazines Le Brochet or Sèche. I can send you tweets if you like, What on earth is a tweet? It's a bird communication. Come on, Falcon, it's the 19th century. Get with the times already. Yes, the works are very impressive, Monsieur. This fucking music, dude. Calm down! Actually. Could you tell us your activities on the night of the murder? Very well. I was hired by Baron Rougiel to capture the evening's events. I arrived at 7 in the evening. I pointed my camera and captured the beauty of the banquet in one fantastic photograph. Then I billed Baron Rougiel and left. Like a true artist. And with regards to the photograph itself, who did you photograph? I saw you my class, so I bought a copy so that you could all see for yourself. Very good. Let's take a close look. Luke. He's turning Nordic. My word, that's an exquisite picture, isn't it? Let's see, who do we have here? In the middle, we see Baron Rougiel, Ryan, who hosted the event. On the left, we see Signor Petronio, the father of the defendant, Dame Cataline. And finally, we see the household maid, Colon Doron, who I suspect may have snuck onto the picture uninvited. As you can see, two people are clearly absent from the photograph. The first is the victim, Monsieur Gwenwy. The second is the defendant, Dame Cataline Demure. Quite suspicious, wouldn't you agree? Just a moment, Monsieur Ravington, this proves nothing. So the defendant and the victim were not photographed with the others. That doesn't mean that they weren't in the garden together at that point. Hold your horses, Falcon, I'm not done yet. The prosecution may continue.
Behind the photograph, subjects we see a wall clock with a time at 7:30. Now, why is the time significant? Well, as Inspector Volturi told us earlier, this was the exact time the murder took place. Do you see, Falcon? Every suspect has an alibi at the time of the murder, save for Dame Catalin herself.
Falcon, something is fishy. In the jail cell, Dame Catalin told us she was present when the photograph took place, but I don't see her in Rubino's photograph.
That's true, but I can't use Dame Catalin's testimony as evidence. Has too little weight. If I want to prove that Monsieur Rubino's photograph is not a valid piece of evidence, I'll have to dish out evidence of my own. Your Honor, I'd like to cross-examine the witness.
Very well, the defense may proceed.
It's a waste of time, if you ask me. Photographs are rock-solid evidence. Alright. It's like the statement. 7 p.m. No, camera. The photograph is the thing because of the time handles. Yeah, the hands on the clock are the time handles. Let's take a closer look at this photograph. Just to clarify, Monsieur Rubino, photographs are a direct reflection of reality, are they not?
That is correct. The photographic process leaves no room for bias or inaccuracies.
That is most curious, because I see a mistake.
A mistake? Impossible! I just told you, monsieur, the camera is a perfect, unbiased device. The photographs are produced are flawless.
Falcon, I'm not seeing any mistakes. Perhaps you could be more specific.
Certainly.
The clock, brother, the clock. The clock in this photograph, there's something not quite right about it. Well, isn't that convenient? The defense sees something wrong with the key piece of evidence that implicates his client. Don't give me that cocky toad, Monsieur Rabbington. I have evidence that something's wrong with the clock in that picture. The photograph clearly shows that the clock's hands pointing at 7 and 6. That much is self-evident. Which is most curious because the clock in the lounge of the Chateau Chinery has no hands! It has no hands. The clock is a merely decorative piece, a talking item. Feel free to ask Baron Rougial or his housemaid if you have doubts. Monsieur Rabineau, how do you explain this discrepancy?
I don't know. There must be some sort of mistake. My camera is flawless.
That is no mistake, monsieur. Your photograph depicts something that does not exist in the real world. Maybe there was an error in the printing process. An error precisely where the clock's hands should be. Please, monsieur, don't patronize us. Allow me to offer a more plausible explanation. You, Monsieur Robineau, edited this photograph. Edited? I'm no expert, but I suspect that you used paint or ink to carefully put hands upon the clock. It would have been a simple task, considering that clock face was bare. One could even speculate that you specifically chose to include a handless clock in the photograph just to simplify the editing process. Falcon, your reasoning is absurd. Why would the witness do such a thing? Is it not obvious? By showing the photograph to have taken place at precisely 7:30, it clears all the photographer's suspects of suspicion. In other words, Monsieur Rubino created a perfect alibi. Of course, this raises further questions. Who is the witness protecting? I like the sound, like the dice rattly sound. I think that's a good one. And why was Monsieur Rubino coerced, bribed, threatened? Enough silence. Let's hear some answers, Monsieur Rubino.
Fine, you got me. I'm guilty. I did it all.
You did? You're confessing to the murder of Monsieur Genway?
Well, no. I have no idea who killed it from, but I'm admitting that I'm guilty of producing fraudulent photographs. I was ordered to make changes
to the printed photograph, and yes, that included adding hands to the cloak. You were ordered. By whom? I dare not say. I dare not say. I'm getting all my accents mixed up, I am. Monsieur Rubino, I strongly advise you to answer the defence's question. You have pledged to speak without fear, after all. With respect, Judge, I fear his claws more than I fear the punishment of the justice system. I shall name no names.
His claws, did you hear that, Falcon?
That is most unfortunate. Monsieur Rubino, we cannot and shall not torture names out of you. We don't live under the ancient regime after all. But since you've admitted to falsifying evidence, then we cannot keep you on the stands as a witness. Take your leave. The game Chicken Police has a similar aesthetic in terms of animal heads on human bodies, but it's voiced. Damn, I've not heard of that. I'm gonna write that down. Saves me a lot of fucking work, I tell you that much. Chicken Police. Hell yeah. Take your leave. You should be charged with perjury in due course. I can't protest. It's the least I deserve for my failure as an artist. Good day, monsieur. There's a... Whoa! Damn, whoa! I like those dudes.
So the clock's hands were painted on, so what? It doesn't matter. The photograph still depicts Dame Charlene, Cataline, that's her name, I think, yes, as absent close to the time of the murder. That's significant.
Don't be so dense, Monsieur Babington. If the photograph is not completely genuine, then it cannot be considered reliable evidence.
Why not? It's still a portrayal of the night's events.
Because if we accept that one part of the picture was edited, then we must accept the possibility that other parts were too. It is possible that Dame Cataline was painted out. Even worse, it is possible that another person was painted in. You know that the witness was trying to cover for someone, so all possibilities must be accounted for.
So what are you saying, Falcon, that the housemaid paid off the photographer? Or was it Signor Perron de Mio, perhaps?
I can't even begin to pronounce that name. I don't think so. The housemaid lacks a means or motive. And it wouldn't make sense for Signor Perron to implicate his own daughter.
Well, surely you're not suggesting that the honest and lovable Baron, Rougiel de Whipwitway, tried to frame Dame Cataline? Because that would be the most outlandish theory yet. The Baron is a pillar of our community. He would never do such a thing.
Monsieur Babington, I'm not here to throw accusations. That is the job of the prosecutor. However... Oh, shit, who's this? Mayhaps I could offer my opinion. Oh, the Baron!
Baron, it's not time for your witness testimony yet.
So you would think, prosecutor, and yes, I see my good reputation getting tarnished by your incompetence.
Incompetence?
Indeed. Let us proceed with the witness questioning. Is that fine with you, Judge? Or is that... No, we've got to do a little bit more of the... Yes, that's your voice right there.
Yes, I suppose that's fine.
Very good. I trust that the defense has no objections.
No objections here.
Fantastic.
Oh, but before I forget, I pledge to speak without fear and prejudice, etc., etc. Now, prosecutor, ask me about what I witnessed over the course of the evening.
Okay, Baron Rougier, on the night of the
initial dinner went magnificently. When the photographer arrived, Monsieur Grenville left to visit the garden. Dame Cataline followed behind him moments later. Signor Portois, Monsieur Rubino, and myself were engaged in conversation, so we paid her no mind. After the photographer had left, my housemate left to go find Monsieur Grenville and Dame Cataline. That would be when I heard her cry for help.
Thank you, Baron. I think we also all know the story from there.
I would like to cross-examine the witness.
Do you doubt my integrity, garçon?
I'm just here to uncover the truth, Baron.
Very well then, hit me with your best shot. Let us establish with absolute certainty that I, Baron Rougeau, am an honest man.
Your voices are on point. Thank you. Oh god. I thought they're fucking bad as shit, but they're fun. They're fun. It helps me. It helps me remember the characters.
An offence may proceed with a cross-examination.
All right. The dinner went magnificently when the photographer arrived. Monsieur Grenouille left to visit the garden. Dame Catalan followed behind a few moments later. My housemaid discovered the pair just after the photographer left and called for help. That's bullshit, because no, wait. I keep looking at my wallet, god damn it. Yeah, the cigar, dude. I think we need to use the cigar. Right? What do you think? I think Helen followed a few moments later. The housemaid discovered the pair. Let's follow this line of questioning. The cigar sounds good. Yeah, I reckon we go... Or maybe we talk about... No, we talk about the garden, because that will lead us to... maybe the fountain, and we can talk about like, yo, I found this shit in the fountain though. Baron, we saw the murder scene, your garden for ourselves. What's with all the fucking horses? Are you fucking kidding? I had to endure Spatterson's garbage all evening. If I may ask, what's with all the horses?
I beg your... Oh, also, this is fucked up, because this implies that real horses exist in this world, right? Are we to believe that... No, okay. I had like 5 thoughts at once. Are the horses real horses? And these bird people and these lion people, like, not lions and bird people? And there are actual birds and actual lions in this world. And then my thought was, okay, well, maybe we're supposed to just interpret, like, the lions are a particular class of people and the birds are a particular other class of... They're slaves. Oh, no! They're sentient horses, but they're fucking ridden around. Bruh.
There are all these horse and cherub statues in your garden. To be frank, we found the whole thing a little weird. Could the defense play stop horsing around? This can't possibly have any relevance to the case.
Does it... In Chicken Police, insect people in ghettos sell their children to be eaten as delicacies? What the fuck? Alright, I'm underlining Chicken Police. I'm for sure playing that. Yeah, I don't think I have anything about the horses. Nay, it doesn't. Nay, Your Honor, it doesn't. But hey, you can't bray a man for trying. Not bad at all. Do you have another question about the garden? Yes. When was the last time you visited it? Baron Rougeau, when was the last time you ventured into your own garden?
As it happened, I have quite serious allergies. I haven't been to my own garden for years.
Years, you say?
Indeed.
Baron, I do not wish to call you a liar, but that claim does not hold up to scrutiny, you stupid fuck.
Oh, and why is that?
Because we have hard evidence that you have visited the garden very recently.
Balderdash, my word is gold. Show the court the so-called hard evidence that I've been in my garden.
Look at this. Look at this cigar, dude. This was found in your garden. To be specific, it was found inside the fountain basin.
Right beside where the murder occurred.
A cigar butt? That could belong to anybody, and...
Prosecutor, please shut your fucking mouth. I can speak for myself.
Okay, so, sorry, Baron.
This is indeed the remnants of one of my cigars, but I must apologize, Monsieur Falcon, for I misunderstood your initial question. You see, prior to the banquet, I hadn't visited my own garden in years. But naturally, after hearing the housemaid's cry for help on the evening of the murder, I rushed outside. I was shocked and disgusted by what I saw, but that must have been when I dropped my half-smoked cigar in the fountain basin.
You see, Falcon, there's a perfectly reasonable explanation.
I would find that believable if the cigar was actually casually discarded. But as it happened, the cigar butt was found in the fountain's upper basin, a location that could only be accessed with great inconvenience.
A little paddling.
The cigar butt was not dropped, it was deliberately hidden.
There are any number of possible explanations.
Are there? Because I can only think of one. That is, you, Baron Rougiel, deliberately hid your cigar butt to disguise your own illicit activities. Fuck. Hang on. Good lord.
Did I now? And what illicit activities would those be?
You want me to spell it out? Fine. Let's put everything on the table. You, Baron Rougiel, murdered Monsieur Conry. That is what you are trying to keep hidden.
Directly accusing me of murder? How shamelessly brazen.
That is a ludicrous accusation, Falcon. The Baron is an upstanding citizen of the highest order. Your allegation is baseless. You have no evidence, no means, motive, or opportunity.
No evidence? Think harder, Monsieur Rabington. Every piece of evidence points to Baron Rougiel as the prime suspect. You want the means? The Baron certainly had the means. His lion's claws are as sharp as surgeon's blades. Gutting a frog belly would be trivial to him. Even Monsieur Rabino confessed just moments ago that he feared his claws.
Ridiculous, I'd never threaten a man with violence.
You want a motive? The Baron had at least 10,000 francs worth of motive. By removing a business partner, the Baron's share of his railway company increased from 1/3 to 1/2.
This is preposterous. This is preposterous.
Ooh. Oh god. Oh, yeah, and they're losing money. Right? Or did I accidentally click that? I accidentally clicked it. And finally, the Baron had opportunity. No, he crafted the perfect opportunity. He arranged a small banquet with a very select number of guests. He was aware of the missing silverware, and yet he served a steak, a food item that necessitates good cutlery. Why? To bloody the hands of his guests, of course. Then he hired an easily influenced photographer and staged a very specific picture in order to build a perfect alibi for himself. Photographing the guests in front of a handless clock to make for easy editing is quite an ingenious plan, it must be said.
Prosecutor, are you just going to let this slanderous yarn go uncontested? Say something, object!
I am...
Oh, you're pitifully useless.
After executing the murder, the Baron found himself still holding a single piece of incriminatory evidence, his finished cigar. He knew that leaving it at the crime scene would raise suspicion, but he didn't have the time to properly dispose of it. So, out of desperation, he threw it into his fountain, out of the sight of his guests and any snooping police. I imagine the Baron was hoping to implicate Senor Potois de Mio, since that would ensure total control over his railway company. Alas, Dame Catalin was the first to happen upon the crime scene, so the Baron improvised.
This is an outrage. Judge, I demand that you disbar this ranting lunatic.
No! There is only one outrage here. That is, a man like yourself is able to abuse his wealth and status to frame an innocent girl for murder. Your bourgeoisie. Of the worst. You're bourgeois? You're a bourgeois of... I'm turning Scottish. You're a bourgeois of the worst kind, you cunt.
How dare you, garçon, the utter nerve for a lying scumbag of a lawyer to accuse a philanthropist like myself of something so heinous. I'm nothing of the fat cat bourgeois.
Like the fat cat bourgeoisie? Bourgeois?
I'm respectable and hard-working capitalist.
No! You're a ruthless man who would slaughter a dear friend just to reap a few francs.
You incredulous whelp! I ought to gut you right here and now like a damn drunk!
Could someone please restrain the Baron?
I'm on it, Your Honour! Let's go, old man, to the conquiggery or whatever the fuck it was called with ya. Don't touch me, you filthy jackdaw, I can walk myself.
This is quite a turn of this is quite a turn of events. Does the prosecution have anything to add? Well, in a matter of speaking, to be honest, no. Then I shall now confer with the members of the jury to come to a decision. I ask that the animals of the court please be patient in this time. Falcon, that was pretty incredible. Thank you, I just hope it was enough. What do you mean? You just proved Charlotte's innocence. We'll get a not guilty verdict for sure. Spatterson, I think you've misunderstood something important about the justice system. What's that? I haven't proved anything. As lawyers, we cannot deal in proofs. It's just not possible. All we can do is organize the evidence and convincingly explain what it suggests. I haven't proved Dame Catalin's innocence. All I've done is demonstrate that there's significant possibility that she's not guilty. I'm not sure I understand the difference.
We have reached a decision. In light of the written revelations, it's clear that an error of judgment was made with the initial arrest. On that note, we unanimously find the defendant, Dame Catelyn Demio, to be not guilty.
Dude, poggers, dude! Monsieur Falcon, Petit Sparrowson, you did it! Yes, I suppose we did, didn't we? We should head back to the office so we can celebrate properly. You did it, Falcon. Let's get fucked up. I can't take all the credit. This was a group achievement. I'm so proud of you both. I'll go get one bottle of wine and 3 of our least dirty glasses. You were amazing, Monsieur Falcon. No, it was nothing. I very much like the way you pinned the murder on the Baron. That was an act of sheer genius. Well, I didn't pin anything. Spatterson and I just worked at unveiling the truth, given the facts of the case. Monsieur Falcon, there's no need to play coy. The case is over. And now for the Shyamalan, yeah. Play coy. Don't tell me you're actually being sincere. I'm completely lost. Oh, wow, I thought the goody-goody thing was an act, but you actually don't know. All right, I'll spell it out for you. I murdered Monsieur Grenouille. D. Colin, what a twist. I saw him in the garden all drunk and vulnerable, and I seized my opportunity. I did. It was nothing personal, just business, you understand? Business? To increase my papa's share of the train company, of course. My papa always said that that drunk old frog was the weakest link. Your confession doesn't make any sense at all. I found Baron Rugiel's cigar butt hidden in the garden. Oh, I put that there. I expected the police to find it, but I suppose that was putting too much faith in the brains of Paris's finest. But Falcon proved that Monsieur Rubino's photograph was edited. It was edited. I wasn't in the picture because I was busy paying a visit to Monsieur Grenouille in the garden. My papa knew I needed My papa knew I needed an alibi, so he ordered Monsieur Rapino to paint me over Baron Rougiel and to add hands to the clock. But that lazy artist didn't manage to finish altering the photograph by trial day. It's a good thing that Monsieur Falcon was so imaginative, because that could have gone very badly. What's with the silence? You should both be proud. There aren't many lawyers in the whole of France who could have won a case like this, even for a bourgeoisie kitty like me. I think you should leave. Fine. So much for the celebrations. Here's the payment for your services straight from me papa's pocket. Well, adieu, Monsieur Falcon, adieu, Petit Sparrowson. Falcon, what do we do now? Falcon? The game has been saved. Do you wish to continue? No, I do not. All right. I'm that took it out of me. I'm gonna end it there as a nice little package. And I'm feeling a little bit unwell actually. I'm gonna have a shower and have some medicine. I think got a big day tomorrow. All right. That was the first little bit of the old
Gibier d'oiseau.
the Gibier d'oiseau, the bird game, bro, the bird game. So, thanks for hanging out. If you want to see the first of the story, if you haven't seen it, go rewind the VOD later on. We're going to be doing this every other day, basically, except for Saturdays and Mondays. So, tomorrow night we're going to be doing Super Slam Saturday, so we're going to be doing more rustling. On Sunday, I believe we begin Winter Assault. Monday is Multiplayer Monday. We're going to be doing some more Space Station 13. I was going to do the Forest, but I figured, the Space Station 13 stream just sucked. I was not happy with it, so I want to do a good one before we move on. But throughout the regular working week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, we're going to alternate between this and Dawn of War Winter Assault. As I said, I haven't played too much of this game, a handful of hours, so I'm excited to get back into it and delve deep into the story, because I think we did 2 cases when I first played this. Alright, and I'm also starting, so I need to cook. I've got some cool meatball skewers and vegetables and some potato salad, I think, to have tonight, so I'm going to cook that up after a brief shower. Alright, thanks for watching. Now let us go and say merci, hello. We shall go and say how you say bonsoir to Lucien, who is playing a bomber boy. All right, let's go raid her, say hello, and get amongst it. I'll see you guys tomorrow night.